No need to hear things that they say. Life's for my own, to live my own way. Right, my Metallica collection, live at Kabuki Theater 1985. This is a stellar live bootleg CD, and if you get a hold of it, it's actually San Francisco 1985, and it really sounds amazing. It's one of my best live bootlegs. This one's also extra good. It's called One of 282 Live, and it's a live concert 1993, but the bootleg in particular just sounds really good. So I've got about 65, 75, I think about 75 Metallica CDs. So I'll just show you some of the cool Metallica stuff that's in my collection. Here's a fully autographed No Leaf Clover promo, right? It was actually autographed at the San Francisco. I bought it on eBay. I didn't actually see that concert or anything. Japanese edition of Wherever My Roam demo. Through the Never motion picture soundtrack, jewel case edition. This is actually a very, very good recording. I think it's one of underrated Metallica. Great live recording. Die, Die, My Darling. That is actually autographed right there by Glenn Danzig. I had bought some stuff from his son, who was selling a bunch of stuff on eBay, and I said, hey, get your dad to sign that, and he did. Not only signed my album Black Aria from Danzig, which is my tattoo right there, but then autographed this Die Die My Darling, because I was buying that from him, Glenn Danzig's son. True story. And then your basic Metallica through here. Yeah, I have all the stuff. The DVD for the Saint Anger is good, not the album. But I'm a collector, so I've got all the classic albums. I've got a really nice bootleg called Metal Memory, called Welcome to the Ball. And then here's another Metal Memory, All Things Must Come to an End. Most of these Metal Memories from Italy were very good. There was several bands that are on this Metal Memory label. A very, very underrated, under-known album from Metallica is called Live at Grimey's. This is an official release. It's a live album. And the band went into a bar unannounced and just started jamming and eventually attracted people. So during the show, more and more people show up until the end. It's a full-on rager. Kirk Hammett's solos are spot on. The band sounds super tight. It's a very, very good recording. Absolutely. Live at Grimey's is killer. Here's a bunch of my Slimline singles. You know, when it came out, the 90s, Enter Sandman and Whiskey in the Jar. And then here's a Live USA that I've got. That's an old one. And then over here, the Turn the Page single, Until It Sleeps, a DVD edition. That's a 5.1 surround sound of the Black Album. Enter Sandman single, another Live USA, something a little bit different. And then there's the another Metal Memory called Just Another Kraut. That's another, bootleg like this. And so those are very enjoyable to listen to. Good quality bootlegs. And then the Symphony in Metallica, Beyond Magnetic. Here's the Mission Impossible 2 single. Or actually, it's the full soundtrack. It's I Disappear. I actually have the I Disappear single right here, too. So I Disappear. That's just, it looks good. And that song is really cool. I Disappear is a really good song. And then you've got your Turn the Page, Garage Incorporated, which is recommended for Metallica fans because of all this stuff. I mean, you've got, the Merciful Fate stuff, the Motorhead tribute stuff. That's a very good album. It's enjoyable stuff. And then more Metallica. And Justice for Jason. Some guy in, I think, Portugal on eBay sells this And Justice for Jason, where basically they went in and they took the mix and they turned up Jason's bass. So it's Injustice for All with real bass. Strong, audible bass. Woodstock 94, bootleg. Here's another Die My Darling, like this. More Symphony and Metallica stuff. Invasion, UK, 1992. And then I've got a bunch of singles still. I never spin these, but basically they're just here in my collection. Fuel, Mama Said, Memory Remains is a good song. No Leaf Clover. You know, that's another promo for the song No Leaf Clover. More stuff from the 90s. Nothing Else Matters, Wherever I May Roam. The one single like this, it's a slimline. I love slimlines, and that's one of the reasons why I've collected and kept all these various, Metallica slimlines, is because they're just cool. And then I've got a Justice for All era interview with Hetfield right there. Storming the Castle bootleg. As I recall, this one is actually pretty good sounding. So that just Metallica during 1995 era. I also made my own bootleg called Injustice for Jason. That's a CDR rip. The Japanese edition of One, Garage Days and More bootleg. Here's another version of Garage Days and More bootleg. And then I got two different versions of Horsemen of the Apocalypse. One is in a digipack and one is a jewel case edition of Horsemen of the Apocalypse. That is a pretty cool collector item right there. Another one that's absolutely cool is this one here. So that's called No Life Till Power. So yeah, for Metallica collectors, No Life Till Power. And then the very classic Vertigo release of the Jump in the Fire EP. And then the Creeping Death single with the Jump in the Fire on the cover right there. The Bay Area Thrashers, that's pretty well available. This is one of the first ones I got way back in the day. This is really good. The Tested and Covered Part 2. There's plenty of, cool stuff on there. Some live stuff. I found out that there was a Tested and Covered Part 1, so I got this one too. Look at all these demos. Another one called Night of the Rivet Heads. Imagine that's some really old stuff. There's McGovney on bass, Dave Mustaine on guitar. It's a cool classic photo as well. Some bootleg random called Electric Chair. Bought it 10 years ago and listened to it once, pretty much. Yeah, a lot of these don't get spun. In fact, this is the first time I've pulled out some of these CDs in a while. The Garage Complete. I know that one was available for a while. I think now that Discogs banned a lot of these, you can't get them, so much anymore. Here is a Kill 'Em All Megaforce Records edition. Pretty cool spine and everything. Bang the Head That Doesn't Bang. Right? So that's just Kill 'Em All, but on Megaforce Records. So early edition. This one's pretty kick-ass too. This is a jewel box, and it's live Japanese tour 88 and 89. I think it's 2 discs. It's really quiet, but I do recall that it's very good sounding anyway. And then the live shit Pigeon Perch. So that's like, it's like 75, Metallica CDs. Love the band, always have. Peace out. Cheers.